Alright guys, so thought I'd do a informal review of the Giant TCX that I have recently purchased, used. I've already did some small upgrades to this point, but eventually my goal is actually to have the entire drivetrain replaced. Okay, so right now it's actually running the Sram Apex 1 setup, which is a 1x11 setup drivetrain with hydraulic disc brake. So this is a Apex 11 crankset, GXP crankset, press fit, and also 40-tooth setup. So the TCX is a cyclocross bike, but I have kind of just converted it for local pavement and gravel riding. It's been working good so far. However, there are some there are dogs fighting, so we're near a dog park. But there are some slight issues or annoyance that I just cannot get over with. So hopefully with the upgrade, I was hoping that those annoyances could be fixed or eliminated altogether. Okay, so just to give you a general impression of the riding impression before the upgrade on the Apex 1x11, pretty good. The bike originally came with a Giant PX2 wheelset, which is extremely heavy. That wheelset alone, without any attachments, is over 2,000 kilograms. Okay, so the very first thing I did is actually went out and got a upgraded wheelset to make the riding so much better. So the wheelset that I have is the drive from Elite Wheels. So Elite Wheels is a Chinese carbon wheelset manufacturing company, and the drive is actually their higher end wheelset that's available. So the drive G45 I got features actually stainless steel spokes as opposed to the carbon spoke one that they had, which is called the G45 CS. This one is SS. So fairly new version that it came out with a slight weight increase of about I think 60 to 70 grams, but still retains the same construction on the G45 drive with the beautiful carbon texture layout over here that you can see. The bike features a 12mm through axle front and back, and quite substantial compared to my old road bike, which had a 9mm quick release. So it's definitely providing a lot more rigidity to gravel riding purpose or cyclocross purpose when you're in the rough areas. And the cockpit is standard job bar cockpit, not the gravel specific, so you can see there's no flare coming out, but it works so far perfectly fine for my purpose. I haven't gone to the local gravel trail yet, but hopefully soon I can do that with the new tires and the wheelset that I'm going to be configuring after the upgrade, okay, that I'm going to do. So right now it's the impression with the original group set that we have. The seat, I actually exchanged it for a different, just my personal favorite seat. This is not even that expensive, but it's just very comfortable for long distance riding, and plenty of padding as well. This is made by Velo, OEM'd for a e-bike that they sell. So other than that, the Apex 1x11 shifts for the most part perfectly fine. This is not the original cassette. The original cassette on here is a cyclocross specific 11x42 teeth cassette from Sram, and this one is the Ultegra 11x30 cassette. Because as you can see, I'm mostly riding on the gravel, the pavement here, so I don't really need that large of a gearing. So with this wheelset and the cassette, it actually works perfectly fine on the road. And let's see, yep, we just did about a 9-mile ride, which doesn't feel like anything. So in terms of comfort, the TCX is very, very comfortable for the most part. But this is still based on their TCR racing geometry. So in terms of road vibration damping, not much, slightly. The diffuse Construction for the seat tubing, you know, helps just a little bit, but it's not a significant road vibration damping as compared to, say, my the endurance bike, the Specialized Roubaix. That one, when you ride on the road, you don't feel any vibration at all, and it's extremely comfortable. This one, you still feel quite a lot of vibration. However, it's not as bad as, say, maybe a titanium bike with no vibration damping at all. It's still got some, it's just not, you know, as sophisticated. So keep that in mind if you're thinking about using a TCX for gravel riding. But they do have a gravel specific bike that already came out. I can't remember the model number, but from the Giant, they have a gravel specific. I think it's called Revolt, maybe. Yeah, so if you do want more comfort, you should consider a gravel dedicated bike frame. But the cyclocross is more mix of like a road racing geometry with gravel capability, with a very wide clearance for super wide tires. This one runs 45 millimeter with no issue at all, so you can go really thick on the TCX. So for me personally, I like the cyclocross bike for gravel riding because I like the shorter chainstay length for more agile riding. So a lot of gravel bikes usually have a longer chainstay. For that, you know, I have a lot of other hybrid bikes and old bikes that I'm restoring. I feel like personally I prefer this kind of shorter chainstay setup with a less of a rig on the front for agile turning and just more spirited riding. So that's my first impression. Obviously, the hydraulic disc brake is one point that I really hate about this bike, because the SRAM setup for adjusting the hydraulic disc brake offset and chain rub is very frustrating compared to a Shimano setup. On the Shimano, they usually have a conical, which is like a curved washer over there that actually helps align the bike a lot better. From the Apex, there is no conical washer. The only thing you have are two screws that are extremely hard to adjust. So this bike, despite being adjusted properly, still makes a lot of noise. So in that regard, that's the only thing I don't like about the Apex hydraulic disc brake on this bike, because it's noisy. The braking performance is it's pretty decent, works better than most of the rim brakes, and I have no complaint for the braking performance. It's just like sometimes it's really annoying. Let's see if it's still it's got quite a lot of chain rub. Right now it's not showing. I don't know, after riding for a little bit the chain rub kind of goes away, but at the very beginning of the riding it's a lot of noise, so definitely keep that in mind. So that brake rubbing is very sporadic and irregular. Sometimes it's loud, sometimes it's not, and I was just never able to adjust that rubbing away. Yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about this whole SRAM setup, is their hydraulic brake adjustments is not as good as any of the Shimano offerings. But other than that, shifting is fairly precise and minimal efforts. So I don't really have any complaint about this TCX in its stock form, besides the brakes and the stock super heavy wheel set. Okay, so I want to add this to the end of the video so you guys are aware of my dislikes overall about this bike. Alright, so at the end of a 23-mile ride, we're just riding back home. I want to conclude, again, this bike is actually very comfortable. Despite being kind of rigid racing geometry cyclocross bike, it's perfectly fine for long distance riding, provided you have a comfortable handlebar grip tape that's very, you know, dampening, and a comfortable seat. I'm not even wearing cycling shorts, and you know, my butt is not hurting at all. So yeah, I would say it's a great, very versatile bike for both road riding and if you want any kind of gravel action, right? So that's the really cool part about having one of those cyclocross bikes. It's extremely versatile and also very comfortable. Okay. So if you're interested in more cycling related videos, do subscribe to my channel, because eventually I'm gonna be upgrading the Apex 1 group set to a Sram Red / Force combination. So I got a Force carbon crankset over there, and I have a Force rear derailleur type 3.0. So it's kind of a small upgrade, as well as a Sram Red hydraulic brake 11-speed mechanical shifter set that I'm going to be installing on here. So definitely subscribe. When I do that project, you'll be notified firsthand. Otherwise, I hope you found this video helpful, and if you did, please do hit the like button or subscribe to the channel. And again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.